Hello, it's me. I bet you're tired of that song, right? So, it is now March 10th, 2016, and in a couple weeks, I will be completing my third year in China, or as I like to call it, the People's Republic of China, right? Um, so, I'm here. I still haven't been kidnapped by the government or murdered by militias or oppressed by communism or any kind of crazy nonsense that I heard before heading out here in the first place. So that's a relief. That's pretty cool. Um, so the big question, usually what the big question is at the end of each year, which is the reason why I make these videos, just as an update for you, is now what? Are you going back? Are you going back home? Are you going back to New York? What are you gonna do? And well, my answer to that is absolutely not. No way. No way now. In general, as usual, China has been very good to me, right? And I've been good to her. And this is now the completion of my third year, and I have already signed my contract for my fourth year. Um, so the first year, it's like, okay, cool, the first year is done. Are you gonna do a second year there? Are you gonna continue this kind of thing? Oh, okay, cool. Let's give it another go. Let's try the second year. Once they start doing the third year, then it's like, oh, okay, damn, you've been in China for 3 years. That's a long time. Now we're going on the fourth year, and it's like, okay, are you gonna stay there forever? What's going on? And the answer to that question is I really don't know. I don't have an exact plan or anything like that. What am I gonna do within the next 6 months or the next year or whatever? I have 5-year plans, just like the Chinese government, but not anything shorter than that. Originally, I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the second year video that I did. Originally, during the second year, I intended to complete my third year, and after the third year, I would actually move to Japan. Um, Now, the reason for that is, just qualification based to work for a good reputable company. And if you see, I'm messing with something down here that's bossy. He keeps nagging at me and stuff. So, I have to hold him down. So, my intention was after the third year completion to go to Japan, but actually I will not be doing that for various reasons. One being that Japan apparently has not been doing very well economically speaking, and during my second year or during my first year, there were many teachers leaving Japan because of the lack of work availability, and there was a closing of a big English training center company there. I believe Nova, I think, is the one. And so it doesn't seem like a very convenient time to do that. So I'm definitely not going to be doing that, and I'm not sure if I'm ever going to be doing that at this point. But I definitely will visit Japan again, eventually. Um, Now in the third year, how is my Chinese ability? If you have seen my previous video talking about how I was going to study Chinese intensively for 1 month just to see what would happen and see how my progress would be, I didn't make the follow-up video to that. I'm so flaky. I'm not gonna give you any fake promises about follow-up videos after this, but 我觉得我的中文应该是很好啊，还好。So I think it's actually pretty good. I have very little to no problems communicating with almost anyone, with the exception of people looking at my face and not listening to what I say. And if you're a foreigner in any Asian country, or I'm sorry, if you're a foreigner in China or Japan, you definitely understand what I'm talking about. Even if your Japanese or Chinese skills are very good, and the many local people tend to not listen to a word you're saying. Hey, there's a very funny video. It says, but we're speaking Japanese. You should definitely check that one out. It's super funny, I think. It's funny and ironic in a non-funny way, but they try to make it comical. It's kind of difficult to deal with sometimes. So yeah, I did go to class. I did take private lessons, for Chinese for 1 month, and what I did was not just that. Every day, maybe 4 times a week, I have met with a different person or two different people, and I spoke with them for 2 hours at a time. And I specifically chose people who did not speak English or have the ability to speak English, and that way I would have to be very practical about my Chinese and using it with a local person. And doing that for just 2 months, man, has been incredible. Has made a world of a difference. So if you want to learn Chinese, I have some very, very helpful ways and tips telling you how to develop that, or any language actually, I'm sure would work with. I do want to talk a bit about other things that I've been doing. One of those things being, see that, over here, see that guitar? I'm actually using it. Isn't it amazing? Right? So like since I was 18, I've had like 3 different guitars, and now I've actually started to learn how to play guitar. I'm not like, no Carlos Santana or anything, but I can definitely play a few chords and play a few songs and sing along and things like that. So that's pretty nice. Yeah, I guess eventually I'll play one for you, and hopefully you like it. But I keep your expectations very low, so you won't be disappointed when I do upload that video eventually. But yeah, I'm very happy about that. And the reason is that growing up, I've always wanted to do something with music. I've always wanted to do tons of things, right? I always wanted to go to dance classes. Yeah, ballet, believe it or not. I've always thought that was interesting. Not necessarily ballet, but like interpretive dance ballet type of thing. And I always thought like theatrical, like, yeah, like dance theater was very interesting to me. Guitar was super interesting to me, playing piano, things like that. But as you already know, or may not, mm, it wasn't very practical for me growing up to do anything other than go to school and after school and live. That's kind of what it was like. And now in my adulthood, I can afford to do all those things and buy all those things that I could not previously. So, it's I can talk more about that later on. It sounds simple, but it is definitely a surreal thing for me. Anyway, carrying on from that, I do still work for the same company. I work for the same company. I work for the same business, the same school. However, I do work in a new location for the same company. So that's pretty nice. I don't like to jump from job to job and doing different things. I do like doing different things, but I think it's best to try to stick with one good company as long as you can, and gain as much as you can from that in regards to experience and knowledge and whatnot. But onto slightly more exciting things. I am not quitting my job. Just in case, I'm just going to say that right now. I don't want anybody to think anything crazy from what I'm going to tell you, but I do have intentions. No, no intentions. I have already started working on opening my own business. Yeah. So awesome. I'm super, super excited about that. It is actually quite nerve wracking. And if you've been paying attention, I've been asking for a mentor for a long time. On Facebook and LinkedIn, and searching for someone just to give me general advice and ideas, things to look out for that I might not be looking out for. I haven't been successful and I haven't been able to find one, so I have just used YouTube videos and blogs that people write, and those are my mentors until further notice. But anyway, it's about to hit that 10-minute mark, so I should probably wrap this up. Everything has been awesome. I'm definitely starting off my 4th year here. It's been an amazing time. I've met some awesome people, and it's going to continue to get more awesome, and I will fill you in on all the steps along the way. I have a feeling we're going to end up, making a lot more videos and a lot more updates within the next few months. So, stay awesome.